Hi guys, some of you know that we have moved, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of our historic new home. Now it is empty right now, but I'm going to let you see what it looks like. We're going to be doing some renovation, we're going to be doing some restoration over time. So here is the before, and it's also just a great tour to walk through a historic home. So if you love historic homes, this video is for you. Now we're starting in at the front door. This is the original 1910 door, even though we do have a stone outside. This is 1906. The house we were told was built in 1910. This is the original door. And here is the original stained glass entryway. Now you cannot see this from the outside, but when you get inside, you can really see this beautiful stained glass, multiple colors. This is what really drew us to the house in the beginning. We were told this was actually on the listing a craftsman style house, but from the outside, which I did not show you just for privacy reasons, it looks like a folk Victorian home. It has two gables. There are no mission style elements. There are no columns that would be indicative of the craftsman style. And this is the entryway. There are columns on the entryway, and there is the secondary foyer with the wavy glass entrance that separates the public spaces from the private spaces. So you walk through a secondary entryway. I have seen doors on these, but this one's not really very large, and I don't know if there were ever any doors. But we do have very high ceilings in this home, and throughout the entire original part of the home, because this home has had a huge addition on it. But this stained glass is absolutely stunning with the round rosettes. You just don't see this anymore, and I absolutely love it. Probably do need to strip the door down and redo it. And the beautiful side lights here, and the beautiful molding, just incredible. Now here are the columns. There is sort of a craftsman element here, but these were also seen in Victorians. We have the beadboard ceiling, also very prominent in Victorians time period as well, which this would have been the end of the Victorian time period when this was built. This is an absolutely gigantic fireplace. It has gas logs now. It has been closed up. It is super tall. You can't tell because the ceilings are so tall, and the beautiful picture rail and the huge windows. We do have these wonderful shutters throughout, the plantation shutters throughout the house in the old part of the home, and some in the new part of the home as well. And you can see just how incredible this is. We have to paint everything. The floors are absolutely beautiful. They have been refinished, and this is my baby, my kitty. If you see a black cat running around, this is my baby, our new kitten. She's not much of a kitten anymore. And you can see the beautiful chandeliers in this. Some of them are older and some of them are newer. We have transoms, as you can see here. They are not working transoms. I kept going, this would make the house cooler if we had these transoms, and they worked. And this is the dining area and the chandelier in the dining area with the coffered ceilings. Again, I saw these coffered ceilings and went, I love coffered ceilings. They were both in the Victorian time period in America as well as in the craftsman time period. So this is kind of a transitional home. There is wallpaper, which there would have been. It's not my favorite wallpaper, but it's not terrible. It is not original to the home. It was done beautifully. Definitely somebody who knew how to put wallpaper on with the beautiful wainscoting. But it is not original to the home, and we probably will change that for something a little bit more period specific when we have time. But the floors are gorgeous. Talk to the man who, or a man who works in town. He was consulted about these floors. They do not have a thick coat of poly. They are very natural looking, very matte, and have been totally refinished in the house. And as you go through this small hallway, you go into the guest bathroom. The floors are not my favorite. They are marble, and they have taken care to put on some what would be Victorian-esque hardware onto the pedestal sink. We have very small toilets. They are very short. If you're not used to the short toilets, it's better for you, I think, to go to the bathroom with these shorter toilets, but it's definitely a long way down. There's wainscoting throughout. Would have liked to see more pocket doors. We do have a pocket door in the house. And this is the kitchen and the long transom you see across the back. The kitchen was redone, I believe, in 2012. So, yeah, and here's our pocket door. This leads to the pantry, which I'm loving because I had a small pantry. And this is a fairly good-sized pantry. It's not gigantic, but it's definitely a walk-in pantry. They've lowered the ceilings in the pantry and in the guest bath. And as I said, the kitchen was redone, I believe, in 2012. It is neither craftsman nor Victorian, really, but it has a beautiful ceiling. They've put a lot of soffits in, but we have great ceiling and a very bad kitty who needs to get off of the counter. There is gas in this home, but it does not have a gas cooktop, which I'm used to doing. And it has some really good features. It was really top of the line when it was put in, has solid wood cabinets. We'll have to see what we can do to make it a little more period specific. Kitchen may not have even been in this house originally. So it might have had an outdoor kitchen. This is the sunroom / breakfast room. You can see we've been camping out in here during the transition because our movers did not come on time. That's a whole other story. Has the very beautiful ceilings, high ceilings. This room gets so much light. Love this room. And these are our 9-foot patio doors. I'll take you out there in a second. There's an enclosed patio, but this is one of my favorite rooms. It doesn't look like much now, but it's really nice. Now I'm going to take you out onto the screened-in porch. Well, it's not actually screened in. You'll see that in a minute. And there are the floors. I'll show you those again in a minute. And you can see I've got to get screens in there so that mosquitoes don't eat us alive. And there was a heater, but there is no gas to this heater anymore. I don't know if it functions. It still has the tag on it, interestingly enough. And there's the side of the house. It's sort of a boring tannish color. And as you can see, we have a garage back there. But we do have bead board on the ceiling up here and a fan. And the floors I'm going to be redoing. They once had a checkerboard pattern. Cool door that something has eaten, so we'll have to work on that. I saw some chipmunks. They may have been the ones that have eaten the detail on the door. And the side of the little stairway here, we're going to have to fix that or replace those parts, and a lot of overgrown shrubbery we will get to. So maybe if you're interested, drop me a line if you're interested in seeing us work on this house, because we have a lot of landscaping work and a lot of regular work and renovation and restoration and just adding some charm back to this house that we're going to be working on. And the floors, as you see here, are not original. I'm sure these have been replaced, but somebody had done a really cool job doing a checkerboard and design pattern, which I believe I'm going to restore those because I really love that idea. And as an artist, I have plenty of paint to do this, and the homeowner left us some paint, so I'm definitely going to restore these floors back because I love a good screened-in porch. So I can take you along for that ride. If you're interested, again, drop me a note if you're interested in watching me do some of this renovation. Now I am back in the house. I will show you a brief glimpse of the laundry room. We're already collecting laundry, and there's no washer and dryer in there right now. I assume this used to be a bedroom. I don't know. It has really high ceilings. Somebody has dropped the ceiling for a light and bumped it out for a bath that is beside this. I'm not going to show you all of the spaces. There's actually more spaces down here on the bottom floor in the original house, but maybe I will show them to you later. This is where our cats are hanging out right now. There's actually even a little doggy door over on the side of the house, but no window in here. So we're going to be doing a lot of work in here. I want to have a more Victorian looking laundry room. And outside the laundry room, we are going up into the new part of the house. There are wide plank pine floors in here, more plantation shutters, and a built-in. This is actually this built-in black monstrosity on the side. It's actually very pretty, but It's in a weird place and it is built in. There's another fireplace in here. Also gas, has a gas insert in it, not original to the house. I'm sure about that because this addition I think was put on in the 90s actually. They did put in these really cool floors. There's nothing like a wide plank pine floor before it was cool to do that. So kind of harkening back to the old. And then our French door is out to a very large deck off the back of the house, which I'm not going to go out right now and show you, but there is a big deck back there. I can open up the blinds and you can see it goes across the back of the home. Nice plantation shutters. These need a little bit of work. But this is a big room. It's a big brown room. It's the size of the basement garage that is underneath it, actually. A nice size room. Just probably need to change the paint and do some work and add a little bit of charm back into this room. But it has a lot of potential and my kitty loves it. You can see how small she is in here. I think there are only 9-foot ceilings in this room, so not super high ceilings in this room. And that's about it. There's not a lot in this room right now. And so not much to see. It's just a big cavernous space that we're going to need to furnish. Going to be buying more furniture for this home, but and trying to figure out how to add a little bit of charm. If you have some ideas about adding charm to this addition, then let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your ideas about it. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the house. Now this is at the top of the stairs at the addition. And so that's where the living room is, and then our family room, and then you can look down to the basement garage. So this is back in the entryway. If you were coming up to the stairs, I was standing behind the stairs, and now you can really see the height and the beauty of this foyer. And we're just going to walk on through. I'm not going to take you to the right. It's a private space. There is more of the house to see, and I think my daughter's hanging out in there right now, so we will leave that be. Maybe I'll show it in another video. You can see the beautiful sconces and the stairway here. I'm not sure the stairwell is original to the home. Now it definitely has craftsman flair to it. I think someone really remodeled the house to have more craftsman feel after the fact. There's my kitty, my other kitty. The old man is hanging out at the top of the stairs. And so here is the side of the stair, and this is going up the stair. And I'm going to take you up there. There's not a lot up there right now either. So you can see that the wainscoting continues on and the molding. And hi, kitty. He's right here waiting. How do you like the new house, kitty? And then now you can see to where the kitchen is, and all the way to where the breakfast area is, and the stairway down to the basement. And the work that was done, it has some nice molding on it for if it is indeed a reproduction. I know that this house had an attic on it, has a very interesting roof line looking down on one of the chandeliers. We're going to go on up the very yellow hallway, and there's an alabaster light at the top. I think we're going to have to change it. It's just too dark up here. There was not enough window space up here. They didn't quite think through that. There is Berber carpet up here, not hardwood floors. I know there are no hardwoods, or at least I was told there are no hardwoods underneath it because this was the attic space. There's the kitties. They're following me around. They're really interested in seeing the house too. So we're probably going to be replacing those lights with something that has a little bit more light because there just isn't enough. There's a really cool historical 1920 house beside us that is original stucco on it. You can see a few cracks in it, but the original stucco, that's a pretty cool house. Now the hallway has a pretty cool feature, and that's this right here. This is actually a laundry chute. It's accessible to the hall and the master closet upstairs. Goes down into that laundry room downstairs, so kind of cool. And then here we've got double French doors that lead into an anteroom of sorts. It looks like a dark hallway because it is dark. I'll have to turn the light on in there. And then there is a room here, and then a huge master suite up here. There's a total of 5 bedrooms in this house, I do believe. It has a really strange layout, but this is the master. Again, painted an interesting shade of brown. And a master closet, which is huge. It just needs a lot of closet storage added to it, cabinetry. It's just kind of wire cabinetry right now, but it has a huge storage space and some really weird nooks and crannies in there. And been camping out in this room. Really cool tray ceiling. So that was really interesting that they did add that in. A little bit piece of architectural work. And then the master bath, which needs a lot of work, but is a massive space. They put in a jacuzzi tub. Definitely not time period specific. It had been really a really nice bath in 2012 when this was remodeled, and the person who remodeled it really did not pay a lot of attention to anything that would have been specific to that time period. And I kind of believe in putting things in that would have been more specific to the time period. Obviously not a huge master bath. There might not have been a bathroom at all in a house, even though this house is in town. It was a townhouse. It probably would not have had bathrooms even. They would have had to find a place for a bathroom in the house, since most homes in this country didn't have baths until the 1950s. I know my mom didn't have a bath in her home until the 1950s. They had to find a place or had to put an addition on the home. People don't think about that we've not had indoor plumbing for that long. My husband's grandmother still had an outhouse. She never had a bathroom put into her home. So definitely something to think about when you think about a Victorian home. But you definitely can put a home for a Victorian craftsman home that is more reminiscent and not modern Korean, but looking for natural stones and natural woods. Some weird holes where someone's had a TV in here, but loving that tray ceiling. Let's move on. And we're going into another room. This is the room that is beside the master. It's been used as an office, as you can see here, and has an office closet built out. I'm not sure why they didn't build it back. As you're going to see, there's a lot of space behind this instead of taking the room for the closet. There's no light in here, but just building in an office closet. I would have gone back through the wall into the space that was in the attic there, but was not my choice here. Crazy kitty, she's having the best time. And here's the ante room. Turn the light on so you can see it. There's several bedrooms and bathrooms off of the ante room, which will be fitting out into a living space. And here is the former attic. I believe that the last homeowner did finish out, is my understanding. There's just a small window in the dormer, very slanted roof, some really odd angles. This is going to be an interesting room to do, and some storage under the eaves, which has been screwed together, I guess, so the kids don't get in it. And there you can see the ante room and my cat's tail back there. Now we can enter into the bathroom, and it's a very builder grade bathroom. Nothing really special except for this one Victorian light that someone has put up here. I don't know that if it was original to the house or someone put it there. And the little glass tiles in the ceramic tile. Not really exciting. We'll have to do some work. Hi, baby. Yes, she likes this bathroom. And then we have the closet. Let me get the light on, and so you can see it's just a lot more shelving, but do you see how big it is? It's a huge closet. It's probably hard to tell. I'm not getting the ceilings in there, but that's where I said you could have broke through, and yeah, love those lights. Got to get those changed out, but that's where you could have broken through and put in a walk-in closet there. Me sweetie, my sweet little baby, so cute, so cute, so cute. Just having the biggest time, aren't you, Angel? Yes, you are. Now moving on to the room beside that. It's a pretty much similar room. Not totally the same with the weird angles in the dormer. So kind of an odd little attic room up here, not quite laid out in the best way. It also has a bathroom attached that leads out to the hallway. Again, pretty builder basic, and will need some work. This has, at least a nod to the time period. But yeah, it's going to definitely need some work. It also has its own closet. So let me open that up. I think there is a heater in the closet, or a furnace in the closet. A really big closet again. Let me turn that light on. It's starting to get a little bit monotonous, but there's great storage. We went from a house that did not have great storage in this last house to one that has lots of storage. You can see the old chimney is back there. Kind of cool. I'm sure this house had several chimneys. It only has one currently, and none actually functioning. I'd like to maybe open up the walls where I think there might have been one and put in more fireplaces. The more the merrier. I love fireplaces. So I'm going to go ahead and head out. That is mostly what is upstairs. So there is an attic and an addition where the master was upstairs. That's pretty much what's up here. And generally speaking, just look over the rail here. You've seen most of the house. There's a few private spaces I haven't shown you. So let's just head on back down the stairs now. Love these stairs. Love having the wood, that there's no carpet because of allergies and having animals. It's nice not to have any carpet. We'll have to do something about that carpet upstairs. But that's pretty much the entire house except for some private space I'm going to keep private. It's a pretty large old home off of the back, and we have a lot of work to do. And so that's what's going to be my life for a while, and that's probably why you've not seen a lot of long-form videos, because there's been so much work to do and the move was crazy. So check out my video if you want to see the new studio space, which is going to be this building right here. I'll link to that video, and let me know if you want to see more videos on the house, and check out my other art videos. Till next time, see you later. Bye now.